My name is Laura Munga. My experience today here has been great. From the film to the educative part, at least it has highlighted some challenges that are affecting us that tunashindwa ku-express. For it actually highlights what we are afraid of saying, because as you can see from the content, the lady was afraid to lose the man. That's why she at least felt ange have sex ndo as he lose the man. So that is what is happening currently, and it's a matter of communication between us. So it highlights on how we're supposed to communicate, how we are supposed to address things as in a relationship or something. Yeah. It's actually motivating people because we are getting to see talents from our own. People are coming up with the issues that are affecting us, spreading the awareness, civic education from these small films. So when I see my own on that screen, I feel like I'm well represented na sita film kama ni mbaya sana next time kuongea about it. Majorly sana wasikize vitu zenye vijana wanasema wanaumia, then they can try and maybe highlight them in maybe a video. There are ones watu wengi kunja wanaogopa ku come out because wana feel nita come out ninunue maybe condom or contraceptive, the community will judge me, atenda niseme. So they're supposed to come up with more films at least to help us become more open and free to talk about everything and everything.
Mental health?
Yeah, actually also on the mental health, the youths are having a challenge in the community. Hawabongi na wase, majorly the guys, they are not talking to anybody. They are feeling like the gender norms, like men are not supposed to cry, and those are the things at least we're trying to change in this generation. My call to the government is they should include us in the spaces of the decision making, not for them just to make the decisions on their own on the table. They should just include us on the table for us to at least address the issues as the young leaders who are coming up. Actually, we are the leaders currently. Yes, because they give much inspiration, and they're actually showing that they're actually listening to us, and they can actually find a solution from what we have given. Yes.
My name is Wilson Osiolo, and I'm a filmmaker here in Nakuru, working with the study films. Today is such an amazing experience because of whatever Shuga Global and together with the community have organized. It's a very interesting thing because we are excited to see productions coming from Nakuru. Being that I'm in that space here, production, we are very excited to see such kind of thing because we are seeing storytelling, African stories that are now traveling global, and we are here to just appreciate the way Shuga Global has packaged the stories, these Shuga shots. Ni shots sana, tungehitaji zikuwe mrefu kidogo ndo at least tupate more experience. Mimi unajua movie liisha kabla nimalize popcorn. So, but it's a very exciting experience, and we are grateful for Shuga Global and the partners who have made this possible. As a filmmaker in this country, it's quite challenging to have such kind of productions, and we want to appreciate Shuga Global for coming in handy to support the community to enable storytelling from this part of the world. And I can say the challenges that we face as filmmakers mostly in a distribution. So when you talk about distribution, you talk about how do these films access to the audiences, and also the creation bit. The creation bit, of course, the country at the moment we are using the old laws zenye tunatumia acquiring licenses to make sure that these films come into fruition. So tuna urge sana that the government should also look into such kind of initiatives to support filmmakers to tell stories across the world, because through such stories ndio pia tumelearn a lot of things to do with how it is shaping our culture. So how our culture is shaped is through the films that we see, and we want to just encourage also audiences to watch and follow the kind of stories that we are also telling through these films. A call to action to policymakers, and this includes the stakeholders in the industry and also the MPs that we vote in. Unfortunately, mostly MPs wengi hawajui sheria ina affect watu wa filmmaking, but we'll really encourage them to look at the law whereby the constitution inatuzuia sometimes create that stringent measure ya filmmaking inabaki for just a few people, but it is something that should be allowed and be opened to a lot of community ndio tuweze kutell these stories to export them to the global world, the global market. However, my thinking will be like if we could have initiatives that the government institutions and even organizations kama venye Shuga Global may come through, and also other organizations like Izo Sanara, Baraza Media Lab, they're supporting people in they're supporting creators in making films. So such kind of initiatives zina support the storytelling and also trying to also shape our culture, because inaenda ikipotea, and without that, without our culture, I think to lose our identity. And the one thing I wouldn't want us to lose is our identity, because I want my grandchildren waweze ku appreciate where we come from, and also just appreciate the storytelling that we are having, and that tutaweza kuzipreserve through the films that we are making from this part of the world, sharing them to the global market. The film is very, I've watched the film and it's very exciting, and I can say it has a very strong message. I love the storytelling in the film, and it is something I will encourage to be passed across to a lot of people and young people out here to watch and learn. And again, because this is something I think maybe a few will conquer with the message, or maybe let's say a few will conquer with the message, but I just love the packaging. So what more could be done is maybe to lengthen the movies so that we can also have the aspect of people enjoying those stories, rather than apart from just learning or getting the themes that they want to express. Let us have entertainment aspect from the movie so that it can be economically viable to the creators and also audiences when you wanakuja pia waweze ku come in and support the productions. So it's really important for us to have spaces where creatives can be able to showcase their products, because this is the place when the first time I talked about distribution. So distribution is where, how do you make your product go to the market? And with such kind of spaces zenye Baraza Media Lab may create, it is very noble, because now as creators we are able to find a space whereby we can be able to take our product to reach the audiences or the market. Because as a filmmaker, most of the time I'm asked, where is your products? Where can we watch your products? But people don't have a market where they can be able to show they can take the product. It's like a farmer. A farmer normally identifies, anajua niko na soko ya Nakuru, niko na soko ya Nairobi. But as a filmmakers or as creators, we have that challenge whereby where do we take the film? Because if you ask me, a lot of people tend to have they produce a film and then they want to take it on YouTube. Unfortunately, YouTube is not a very good space for a creative economy, so to make a creative economic sense to most of the creators. However, we need such kind of spaces so that we can be able to encourage our audiences to come and view and watch what we are creating and the products that we are making. And in that note, we have a site that we have put together. It's called Study Films. We have created productions and some of the productions tumezi create through mentorship. We have a program inaitwa Film Clinic Masterclass, whereby we gather creatives, where we mentor them and show them how production is done. We take them through sessions whereby we also encourage them to understand how filmmaking is done in the real world. So through that program, we've made 2 films. One was called Shiko, then there's another one we've made which is called Soila, which is premiering next week. We'll also like to extend our invitation to come next week and watch the movie Naitwa Soila. It is a movie that was made through that program. We had the people who came in and we trained them and we mentored them and we took them to the field to make the story come to life.
Hi guys, my name is Marion Kwamboka, professional actor and professional journalist, and I play the role of Maria in the short film Unwrapped. I'm so happy to be part of this project and to actually, portray or mirror the community as it is, and to talk on behalf of young girls like me. And I got that privilege from none other than the director and the writer of the film. First of all, I did audition for the film. I did not know anything about it, but when I got the script, I was like, oh, this is something I really want to talk about, because no one is actually talking about these things. So to talk about it, for me, it was a privilege to show people what is actually happening in the community. It was a privilege for me. So yeah, and all credits to Haya. Kwanza nenda campus, naweza sema tu like, wenda have fun. I won't like have fun, you're still young, but also have fun responsibly. Don't do things because people are doing it. Do it because you want it. And also at the same time, just because you want it, make sure it won't harm you or haitakuwa na any consequences. And when it comes to, love, I think, for me, I always say true love does not distance does not interfere with true love. So kama mtu wako ameitwa kwingine na wewe umeitwa kwingine, you can always communicate. And also what else, mental health, yeah, because ukifika campus kuna watu wako na pesa, kuna wenye wako katikati, kuna wenye wako chini, but I always say we are here to live, okay? So don't be pressured by other things so that you can do something, so that you can be like them, okay? Just be you, have fun, enjoy summer, and yeah, chase your dreams. Don't forget your dreams. Yeah. For me, parents, I think they need to start creating a safe environment for their kids to talk to them. Because I don't want to brag, but I think my mom has created that safe environment where we can talk about sex, we can talk about contraceptives, all of them. Literally I know every contraceptives and how it's used. So parents need to understand that we are evolving. Kuna social media, like videos na change. So you are the one who is supposed to tell your kids all about sex, and you'll be surprised mtoto wa grade 1 anajua everything kuhusu sex. Sasa ni nini unaogopa kumwambia? Just teach your daughters, teach your sons, tell them this is how it's done, this is how you prevent it, this is how you avoid AIDS, HIV and AIDS. Yeah, it's all about creating a safe environment for our kids to approach us. Don't be quick to judge your kid, okay? And also talking about sex to your kids does not mean you're enabling it as a parent, but you're preventing it as a parent, yeah. I think we need to be so loud about our mental health, honestly. It's something that, it's a stigmatization in the society where nikikuja nianze kukwambia hi, napitia this and this, where the first thing that rings in your mind is hauna pesa. Sindio, ni pesa tu ndio inakusumbua. But I feel like mental health can be caused by a lot of things. But it can be caused by, broken families. It can be caused by failures when it comes to studies, peer pressure. Mental health can be caused by a lot of things. And we need to be loud and not judge people. Let us listen to people. Let us not make jokes about people's mental health, because that is not right at all. Let us listen to these people, because I think this year alone we have seen a lot of numbers when it comes to suicide. And these people, and I think the key thing that has led to the suicide rates increasing is mental health. So let us listen. Let us not be quick to talk. My mom always tells me, listen, understand. Don't listen to speak. Listen to understand. So let us understand them and help them in a way we can. You can talk to me. I cannot be in the position to help you, but at least I can listen to you, because trust me, most of people who are having mental health issues wanatakanga tu kusikizwa, someone to listen to them and to understand them. Yeah. First of all, I would like to identify myself as someone who speaks. I'm not afraid to talk and state facts how it is. And I know we have this misconception that wanaume ndio wanafaa kuitisha hiyo kitu, si wewe. But just ask. No one is going to beat you if you want to ask. But as a creative in this industry, all I do is use my voice to amplify and talk on behalf of a lot of people. I not only talk about I not only talk on behalf of creatives, I also talk on behalf of a lot of vulnerable women in the society, women, young kids, young girls. So for me, I think being even given this platform, it's a privilege. Like, someone is actually trusting me to talk or say something that she is afraid of telling people, or to remove that misconception that ni mwanamke hafai kufanya hivi ama ni mwanaume yeye ndo anafaa kufanya hivi. And also I would like to encourage, people who are looking up to me, manze, don't give up, believe in your dreams, trust what you're doing, be consistent, be humble, be disciplined in what you're doing, use your voice. If you want to use your voice, don't be afraid of anyone, honestly, yeah. My name is Ian Njehi Akida, a youth advocate who's implementing the journey to wholeness, which is supported by Shuga, Shujas and Path. In our organization, we focus so much on the young people. We try to show the young people the rightful way on which they are supposed to get away from stress, how they are supposed to control themselves, how they are supposed to handle themselves, things in terms of consent and
how they are supposed to relate with one another in the community and in school. Most of the challenges that we face when dealing with the young people, mostly it comes when you go to primitive communities. You find that the young people there, they are not knowledgeable. They have zero knowledge about things to do with GBV, SGBV, and knowledge to do with the consent. The challenges that we see from with them, it's that they are not able to control themselves at times. You may find someone is not able to hold up their anger. Others, they are not able to control their reactions. Yeah? Some of them go physical when someone just tells them something which is not right. They end up going physical. The message with my relation to the youth and parents, that parents, they are supposed to educate their youth about things to do with consent, HIV, and to educate them more about the GBV, and to be open to their children, since they are the people who we look upon to them.
My name is Munamwinyi, or you can call me Munamwinyi. Today I'm here as a parent, one of the beneficiaries of Surround Shuga Kenya, a program that has really been able to empower my daughter. Today I was able to be part of the premiere of Shuga Global, which I was able to see our very own people from Nakuru, trying to enlighten people on how even to prevent themselves from peer pressure of exploring, or rather indulging themselves into sexual activity before they have made their self-informed decision, which it is a trigger for young people to be able to now find ways on how they can be able to make their own decision without being peer pressured by their friends who have already started indulging into sexual activities. This film is important because if you see the current generation, young people want to explore, experience, and do things differently. So this will help them to feel like it's not a must in a certain mrengo for them to be part of the team. But being yourself means that you are who you are. So it will enable the upcoming generation kuweza kujijua, kujitambua, na to make their own self decision without being told by their friends what to do. I like to tell other parents to be open-minded, to even be able to understand that these are conversations that they need to spark this conversation at their household level, to be able to understand their children what they want, and even to guide them without judging them, but being open-minded to even them coming to them freely and telling them what they've had and what is the best way they can do to prevent themselves from indulging to these activities. For me, I would advise Shuga Global also to have a very contravening part whereby labda dem amekataa ku give in kwa what jamaa anataka, then jamaa akiambiwa no anaweza fanya nini? This is one of the main reason nasema hivi, ni kwa sababu utaangalia vijana wengi saa hizi wakiambiwa no, the next step ni either committing suicide and rather do not know what to do next wakishaambiwa no. So at least be ikuwe na hiyo step yenye kijana akiambiwa no atakubali aje ameambiwa no na anaweza fanya nini next, to be able to save more young people from committing suicide because waliambiwa no.
My name is Samuel Joroge, creatively known as Priest, the poet. I'm the Community and Operation Associate here at Baraza Media Lab. Why this space? This space, it's a need. It's a prayer to many. It's a dream come true to many, and not just the creatives, even the community, given the conversations that usually take place when we are at this hub, the call to actions that are taking places when we are in this hub. So that's the reason why this hub. Nakuru is a very funny space because last week we were celebrating 1 year anniversary since we started, and if you look down the memory lane of 1 year, Nakuru people are very funny. They were so slow to understand the concept, but I can tell you for sure as of now, this has been very, very responsive, and it has been a need for not just the creatives, again I repeat, not just the creatives, even the media practitioners, our community as well. This has been like a major need And I'm glad that they've now understood the concept behind Baraza Media Lab and how they can also be a part of this space, what they can also be able to do when they are at the space, for the sole purpose of them just growing wings and growing beyond the space also. Baraza Media Lab, it's a co-working space for storytellers. Who are these storytellers? We are looking at media practitioners and creatives, whereby we offer them a space to come in and collaborate, network, experiment, and learn. So whenever they are at this space, they get to network, experiment, learn, collab, also getting to upskill their craft. Yes.